Hey everyone, Brandon here from TruckSafe. The FMCSA has plans to overhaul its DataQs system to offer deeper levels of appeal to carriers and drivers who've been tagged with erroneous violations. What exactly will this look like, and what will it mean for fleets and their drivers? That's what we're discussing in this video, so stay tuned and do us a favor by hitting those like and subscribe buttons below if you find this type of content helpful. According to a notice published by the FMCSA in early September 2023, the agency intends to stand up an appeals board to review challenges brought by drivers and carriers against violations noted during roadside inspections. The system through which these challenges are currently lodged is called DataQs. Now, we have other videos where we discuss the DataQs system in detail and offer some tips for filing successful appeals. If you're interested, check those out. But many in the industry, ourselves included, have long criticized the DataQs system due to its lack of any meaningful due process. The FMCSA's notice is a response to these concerns. In fact, the agency recognizes in its notice that, quote, stakeholders from industry, CMV drivers, and the public have expressed concerns regarding the transparency and uniformity of addressing DataQs requests for data reviews, also known as RDRs, and specifically RDR reconsiderations. Stakeholders note that program offices do not have a uniform process for initial RDR reviews or for handling RDR reconsiderations. They have also noted concern that RDR reconsiderations are, in many instances, reviewed and decided by the same reviewer as the initial request. Users are calling on FMCSA to ensure an opportunity for an independent review with consistently applied standards for data correction requests. So what exactly is the FMCSA proposing to do to address these long-standing concerns? Well, its notice is somewhat short on the details, but what we do know is that the agency is proposing to develop and implement an independent FMCSA appeals process for RDRs, allowing users to request the FMCSA itself to review and rule on RDRs that had been previously denied by a state agency. For example, under the current DataQs system, if I file an RDR to challenge a violation that was written by an officer of the Indiana State Police, it's the Indiana State Police that will review and rule on that challenge. There is currently no escalation process or anywhere to appeal whatever decision the state police reach. That's clearly a conflict of interest. So under this new proposal, the agency would be setting up some kind of an independent review board that would serve as an additional level of appeal should the state decide to stick to its guns, so to speak. Now, according to its notice, the agency expects to use the DataQs system to accept, track, and respond to requests for FMCSA appeal review. For this process, FMCSA proposes that DataQs users would be able to initiate a request for an FMCSA appeal, but only after the RDR has been denied through both the initial review and the RDR reconsideration processes. Importantly, the FMCSA is contemplating that this review board would only agree to review and rule on requests involving distinct legal or policy issues that have not gone the DataQs user's way initially. More specifically, the agency says that it proposes to limit RDRs accepted for FMCSA appeals to requests that pertain to significant matters of legal interpretation or implementation of enforcement policies or regulations. Requests involving mere factual disputes between parties would not ordinarily be accepted for review through the FMCSA appeals process. In other words, the appeals board would not be accepting he said, she said type cases, only those where it appears the state agency erroneously interpreted a regulation or FMCSA policy. In addition to this proposed appeals process, the agency also intends to work with its state law enforcement partners and local FMCSA offices to ensure that RDR reconsideration requests are reviewed by someone other than the person who conducted the initial RDR review. The agency is requesting public comments on this proposal for the next couple of months. In our view, the proposal would, if it's implemented, help alleviate some of our concerns with the system. However, we still question whether the proposed appeals system would effectively provide users the process that they are due. For that, we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. That's going to wrap things up for this video. For even more in-depth information about these types of regulatory topics, be sure to check out our innovative online compliance courses for safety managers and for drivers over at trucksafeacademy.com. Also, be sure to check out our detailed compliance articles on our website at trucksafe.com and follow us on our various social media pages for the latest highway transportation news and analysis. Thanks for watching.